Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Mixed Media Frenzy. Today is the day where we scrap lift a mixed media layout, and it was my choice today to scrap lift All My Mess by Nupur, and that is Nupur Patel. I don't know if she's doing a lot of scrapbooking these days. I couldn't tell from her Instagram that she had or not, but she was on the CSI design team at the same time I was, and I've always really admired her layouts. She does some really cool things with little tiny areas. I really highly recommend checking out her Instagram. Go scroll down quite a ways and you'll see a whole bunch of different layouts that have lots of white space. And so I thought it would be fun to challenge myself and the other people on the Mixed Media Frenzy team to see what they can do with a layout that has a lot of white space. And the white space doesn't necessarily mean it has to be white. It could be different colors. But you know, something where we're keeping everything very small. Now, other people might blow it up, but I decided to try and stay true to it because it's something I've wanted to do for so long. So I thought it would be fun to give it a shot. So I am starting out with a stamped background. And when I say a stamped background, usually you'd think of a very large stamp, but it's just one leaf. And I am using my Catherine Pooler inks in Martini and I believe lemon ice. And if you saw that it didn't stamp the first time around, it's because I am at a crop and my table is one of those fold in half 6-foot tables. So I had to put a piece of plexiglass underneath my layout, and I have just this random piece of plexiglass that my son brought home when he was working at the place that manufactures stuff out of plexiglass. So it worked well. I didn't take my stamping platform with me that day, and actually this thing works just as well. So aside from being able to keep it in the same position, you can't do that, but it does provide a great flat surface. Now I'm using my stencil that is, I believe it's called it is a cross stencil, and it's from Alexandra Renke. Oh my goodness. I'll put the link to it down below. It's called Grid of Crosses. She has a grid of hearts as well and a grid of circles. Although they were very hard to find right now, I could not find them in stock anywhere because I would really like to get my hands on the heart one at least. But anyway, it's called Grid of Crosses, and I just very lightly went through it with that teal ink, and I will put the link to which color that is down below. And as you can see, it's not very bright and vibrant on my layout, which is keeping in the same manner as what Nupur has done. And I really like the way that it looks. I do think I have decided I don't really like working in miniature very often. She has so many little details in that little tiny area, and that was a lot of fun putting that together. But oh my goodness, all the things are so tiny, and I'd have to use my tweezers for so many things. I already used them for so many things, and now it's like for this layout, I'd really have to go small. So this is probably not something I would do super often, but I really love how it came out, and I think it's really cool. Now I do have other photos and layouts of this particular day. We were in Kauai and we were feeding the birds and they land on your hands. And so I just thought this would be kind of a fun one to have in the album as well. Now I am taking that lemon ice, I believe it is what it's called. Melon ice? Lemon ice? Melon ice. I don't know. Again, putting the link down below for you, or at least the name of it down below. I am not at a place that I can actually go and look for you, so my apologies for that. But I just used my fan brush, dipped it in some water, picked up some of the ink, and I am splattering it. I end up splattering the Martini because the other color is so light it doesn't show up much. Now I am just kind of playing with where I want things on this layout. I know I want these 3 wood veneer pieces. I do end up swapping out the glasses to be a camera. Now I believe she has glasses on hers, but I end up using a camera instead. I just felt like the shape worked better, and I kept trying to put that little reddish pinkish puffy sticker right above the glasses, like where the dip is for the nose of the glasses, because it matches the whole of the tag there. But I don't know. I think I was just trying to nestle it in too much, and I was kind of struggling with it. So I ended up going with the camera instead, because it kind of took that little dip away, and then I don't know, I felt like I didn't have to try and nestle it in there. I know, weird thinking. I do like that little black and white piece that I tucked behind the photograph, and you saw I did trim my photograph down just a hair more so that a little bit more of the black and white would show, just to give it a little bit of a pop of color back in there, or contrast, I should say. And then this little tiny bird sticker I actually got from a friend of mine at the scrapbooking retreat I was at. The bird sticker I had, you can see it on the right hand side of the layout there, is blue, and the bird is much too large. And so I just basically was like, hey, does anybody have a tiny bird sticker? And so she had a few options, and that's where that yellow bird came from. I actually put it onto some white cardstock and cut around it because it had some clear areas. It's like a clear sticker, and I didn't want the contrast of the colors in the layers behind the bird to show through. So if you are struggling with what to do with your clear stickers, that is a good answer. You can just back them with some white cardstock or whatever color you want, and fussy cut them out, and then they are no longer clear. So while I do that, I will remind you that this hop is every Friday. The last Friday of the month, we open it up to other people to join in, but the Mixed Media Frenzy team does it every Friday. And so the links to all of the channels are down below for the people who are playing along. So go and check them out and give them a little bit of love. I can't wait to see what everyone else has done with this layout. And hopefully you enjoy this series as much as I do. I've really enjoyed watching over the course of time, and so I just feel like I'm very honored to be part of the team now. So check back every Friday if you're really into checking out mixed media layouts. And I think it's actually very interesting what you can do with a piece of white paper and ink or paste or whatever, and not even really add any patterned paper or colored paper. I think it's kind of cool. And you know, if I had to choose one paper in my stash for the rest of my life, I would choose white, as long as I could get ink and paste, because you can make anything. So I know that's kind of interesting. So I also pulled in these little tiny flowers. I pulled in a turquoise one to the bottom right because I have the turquoise little phrase sticker at the upper left, and so I wanted to pull that color across, and then I pull a yellow one up by that phrase sticker on the upper left because the bird is yellow in the bottom right, so it kind of has that diagonal feel. And I actually got those from another friend at the same crop because I did not have anything tiny enough. So again, going with this tiny miniature feel has been a little bit of a challenge for me, but I really am glad that I did it, and I'm my hat's off to Nupur for doing it so frequently during her scrapbooking career. I don't know, like I said, if she's still scrapbooking or not, but she is amazing and very talented. The little camera, I did back the little lens area with some white paper. Again, I didn't want the transition of different papers and the photograph to show through in that little circular area. So I just grabbed a little snippet of white paper and glued it behind. Now I did realize I needed a little bit more mixed media in the bottom right hand corner, and so that's why I just went over that again. Now I am going to add a few sequins to each of my embellishment areas on either side of the photograph, and I'm just using my crystal katana to go ahead and pick those up. That tool works amazingly well, and then I am adhering them with my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which is what I use for just about all the things that take wet glue. It works very well, dries quickly, and I have not had any issues with it. Now you're going to see in the close-ups the mixed media quite a bit better, but I know you can't really see it on your screen as well from this perspective. So I am going to add a little bit more of the green splatter, and I'm just using the lid of the ink pad to add a little bit of moisture to it and then pick it up. So I'm tapping it off with my scissors, and I think that works the best. And I just set my scissors on the ink pad. Oh well. And there is my completed layout. I hope that you enjoy it and have enjoyed this video. And there you get a better glimpse of the mixed media, even though it's very light. It is still there, and that leaf on the right-hand side is part of the background of mixed media. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave them down below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.